Hello, beautiful Taurus. Welcome to your reading. Today we're going to look into what's coming your way within the next 3 months. I'm going to start by pulling your symbols. Okay, this one wants to jump out. This one wants to stay. Let's pull those two. And then we're going to jump into your coffee cup. After that, I'm going to pull some tarot cards. We're going to go month by month to see the energies. Also, I want to pull a month. We're going to look at the numerological meaning of that and see what that will bring to you. By the way, if you have been here for a while, if you enjoyed this one, go ahead, hit subscribe. This will give you an opportunity to see more of those things that you enjoyed. Okay, let's see. I see many action happening here. This is within the 3rd month timeline. Their pathway is opening. I kind of see someone dancing here. But another thing that I see is like the legs of maybe a frog jumping or a horse galloping. Here, another horse I see. Horses are a good sign. They mean wish fulfillment. The frog is the leap, the jump that you will do. The jump can be traveling maybe within the next 3 months. You're going to go outside a lot of your comfort zone a lot of times. This can be about the decisions that you will make. Maybe you're going to choose different things this time. You're not going to make the same mistakes or make the same decisions, and the results are going to also remove you out of your comfort zone as well. This is in this 2026, it's a good thing, because if you watched my next 2 years reading for yourself, it's actually starting from this month, and it is talking about the Neptune and Saturn conjunction happening in the February. What happens there is when you look at the past, the same thing this happened. Actually, the Berlin Wall collapsed and Russia collapsed, those kind of things in the past. When you go the timing of that events, there's massive destructions happen. So there are new things are built after those. I feel here this is happening to you as well, but in a minuscule scale. It's not a massive scale, but this is going to take you to a new place. I can even see someone's eyes here. They're just leaning forward. So if you are having discomfort in where you are, maybe at your work, at your living situation, this movement is going to affect you in a way that you will have much more comfort. Laying down, chilling. You're going to be maybe in an environment with people who are loving, supportive of you, it seems like. We're going to get back inside the cup. Let's see what the symbols we have. Heartache over what you no longer have. This can be the effects of this change. You might really feel a yearning to bring it back, but you might also know deep down inside, this is not a self-serving thing. This is not something serving you. So you're going to probably leave it alone, but you might feel a little bit of this nostalgia. You will be playing a different role for sure, which is amazing. I feel like hat is authority, and you will probably put on the hat of authority of making decisions about your life. We have a flag right here. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. So you're going to be wearing a different hat this time, but maybe you're not going to fit in the role perfectly. You might be feeling, oh, maybe I should lower my standards. I should ask for less more money, or I should ask for less. But it seems like here you are already heading towards an upgrade. And if you lower that, you're just going to block the blessing. Okay, so keep where you like your desires on that level that you want. Okay, and shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Yes, this is also, I feel like you're something that you are in that way, that you are really bringing change into the environments that you're stepping in. So that's why it's good not to lower your standards, because you're going to receive your desires, and success is going to be overall the theme of this next 3 months. Another thing I have here is dogs, getting together with friends. Beetle is good fortune. So overall, maybe in the material sense, the things start to work out. You're going to find yourself in the environment. You're enjoying this success, okay? We have a harp, great happiness, good fortune. Guys, looking perfect. Egg, a golden egg. Success is sure with good plans and hard work. March time is the 3rd month that we are actually seeing. This March time, number 3, which is optimism, positivity, manifestation. Things are working out perfectly for you, aligning, and the cards also show the same thing. It's one of the best readings so far, Taurus, and I love it for you. Another thing I see, I told you that there's someone leaning on, kind of looks like a woman, and I see letter H and A in their name, H-A-S, and this can be a person. I'm trying to Shannon, maybe. Number 4, she's looking at. Number 4 symbolizes knowledge and also, not knowledge, I'm sorry. It's stability, structure, okay? So this can be someone who has a stable life, stable relationship, and maybe you're forming a relationship with this person. It can be a mentor coming into your life, or this can be a person that you're going to go see and get the information from them. You're going to see how they're stable. That's going to give you confidence about how you can create a change in your life as well. We have a butterfly right here. Butterfly is metamorphosis and transformation. And I feel like this can even be metamorphosis of you realizing how to create change in your life. Maybe some things in life, small things are changing and they're affecting you, and they're affecting you to change your destination, your course of life as well. Okay. Overall, it's looking beautiful. I see here a proposal coming forward, but there's a number 8 you're looking at. You're kneeling in front of it. I even see like 18. 1 is new beginning. 8 is material satisfaction. And behind the 18, we have an older gentleman here. Maybe some of you are, if you have a product or a business, or maybe you have a skill that instead of waiting for the offer to come, maybe you're coming up with the offer already. The first example come to me as maybe instead of waiting for a specific company that you work for to put an ad, you're maybe shooting a resume to their HR. You're shooting first shot. Number 8 can be karma, material satisfaction, giving and receiving. So maybe instead of receiving something first, you're offering something. It can be that kind of a thing. But the number 1 tells me this is a new relationship, this is a new thing, or this is a new beginning. Another thing with the number 1, this can be leadership. Maybe a leadership position is opening and you're going to, without them even putting it up there, the inspiration might come to you and you might shoot your shot. And it seems like within the first month, you're going to do it very soon. I see here towards the end of that month, there are 2 people having a conversation. They're standing on the backs of the giants right there. And in between, there's a dragon. This can be a negotiation that you're going to have with someone. And the person that you're talking to is a duck. Duck can be someone maternal, and even that has a baby behind them. This can be taking care of the baby. Baby can be business. Baby can be relationship. Maybe this is a person that you want to come together and have a relationship with. They have their own responsibilities, but the people that are bringing you together are massive characters. This can also be, I told you that the massive characters can be symbolizing your inner and powerful self, and the people that you're actually talking to with this person is your inner child. So either way, this is a positive thing because I feel like this can be someone you can connect in a mature level. And also your inner childs can play together well, okay? And the child that this person has behind them can be, even though their inner child have certain desires, they might not open up easily. Another thing, Taurus, maybe you tend to close yourself up and holding and separating your inner child from you. If that's the case, this is actually showing up so you realize that you don't have to hold yourself back, okay? You don't have to hide yourself away, because it's now, or I feel like it's a now or never energy. Now you show it, or never, you're not going to have the chance to show it again. When you do here, I see there's a tall tree growing and kind of has like a clamp at the top of it. The tall tree is growing very fast in order to go get something divine from the higher level here. Like if you believe in manifestation, we all actually send all of our desires to the divine and pull energy, pull information from the divine and go with that inspiration and then receive them in material form. So everything is created twice, mentally, and maybe even 3 times. Mentally goes through the mental process to spiritual ground, and then it comes to the 3D world. And I feel like here, you planting the seed of an idea is going to really pick up fast. So make sure you're planting of the seeds of the things that you want to receive rather than the things you don't want to see, because it seems like there's maybe within the second month you're going to have a breakthrough. I see there's a legal paper or like a tabula rasa, a clean slate, a new page that you're opening in your life. So make sure that new page has good notes on it and good desires rather than the things that did not really worked out in the past. When it comes to the third month, I see there's like it keeps changing. Keep seeing the shapes, they keep changing. I see a shoe right now, R-Y, I see a letter I-L and I. So it can be in the name of someone. Another thing I see here is three different compartments, and there are three people inside of them. Three of Pentacles is the teamwork, and it seems like here this third month is going to be something about a teamwork that you need to bring people together. However, these people are in three different compartments, and there are two shoes already. Shoes can symbolize that you need to put on the shoes, they need to put on the shoes, and come together into one point to meet up, okay? And if you don't do the meet up, this can actually stay as an idea. And I even see a third person here, like shooting a bird, maybe sending you a message, but they're also looking like very defensive. This can be something you want to achieve in your life, but it will require other people's input as well. But this seems like here they might have walls in between, which maybe they have an issue, they're not talking together, or they have a language barrier, or they're not really on the same ground, they don't know each other. It seems like you might be the one gathering force, you might be the shoe that's going to actually bring them together, and maybe even you're going to locate where they are, and then you're going to form a connection. When you do that, there's like a sunbeam coming forward, and I see a man with a hat right here, an authority feeling upset. There's a woman behind him too. So it can be an authority maybe trying to beat you in a something, and you're creating your own team to actually overcome the challenges authority creating. Okay, it can be indicative of that. Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. There's a heart upside down here. Your desire seems like something that has still some time, and it has the potential of growth, but it has its own course, guys. You can see, like, this is not something you can force. It just needs to come together. I don't feel like this may be happening within the first month. This is not the thing that's happening in the third month, but seems like here this still has some time, just needs to grow. I see the heart upside down here. So it seems like there's something or someone in your heart, but instead of going after that, you're going after something totally upside down and crooked and not really worth pursuing, or it's not really going to satisfy you when you receive it. I see there's a tears of joy coming forward. You might receive some good news in this first month timeline about a situation or a person, but the desire has some time. It has a time, guys. Another thing I see here, this heart is actually attached to a bracelet, and you're sitting, like, laying down here. Maybe you are, maybe you are connecting yourself, or like a bracelet, or maybe handcuff. You're handcuffing yourself with something or someone that's not really your heart's true desire. Okay, be aware of that. This can be showing up as a warning here, because this can be something that you cannot really break free from if you walk into it, get into it. I see there's your energy field is intact. This is not going to be emotionally or spiritually hurting you, but it can be in the material sense hurting you in the future, that you wouldn't maybe take back, or the words, the promises that you make. Okay, let's dive into the tarot. We're going to go month by month, like I mentioned. We're going to go with the first month's energy. If there's we're going to look into past, present, and the future of the month. And if there's anything unclear, we're going to pull some clarifiers, okay? Okay, it seems like here some of you have a very good idea of, already had a good idea of investment, material gain, and opportunity. And this first month, you're going to use that opportunity, use that thing, that idea came to you in a very useful, resourceful way. But the thing is, though, in the present moment, you're probably going through an ending, maybe an emotional disconnection you're having. There's a transformation happening. The death card is You are on the threshold of an epiphany and growing out of a situation here, maybe emotionally or materialistically. I feel like materially, maybe you are you have a good idea, but first you are quitting your job and you're going to get to another one, or maybe you have found a beautiful job paying very well, appreciating your success, like giving you bonuses and that kind of beautiful stuff. But first, in the moment, you need to get rid of what you already have in your hand. What happens in the future with that is, when you move forward with that ending, there's going to be a new beginning and growth and new amazing opportunities showing up for you. So, but this is basically telling you, if this is about a job, first you're finding something, then you're ending what you have, and then jumping into the new adventure. If this is a relationship, this doesn't mean that you're finding a new relationship. I feel like when it comes to Ace of Pentacles, this is telling you solid, in the solid sense, you're deciding what you truly want out of a relationship, rather than dwelling on something because it's something familiar and pursuing that forever, okay? And maybe even stealing time from yourself or time from others. You're realizing what you want to achieve in the future, and then you are, after you're clarifying things, then you're actually taking action, okay? And another thing we have here is the second month. It seems like this will actually give you a lot of confidence when you do that, when you start to see positive results out of the decisions you make and the endings you accept or you initiate. This will give you confidence in order to step into a new future, okay? The new beginnings. You're going to take a leap of faith. You're going to step into the unknown. This doesn't mean that you are inexperienced. You have already been through this pathway. If this is about investments in money, you already know the things, how you have a projection of how things can work out. It's not blind faith, but still you know that this is going to work out. And even if it doesn't work out, I have a solid experience that I'm going to be using that, okay? So there's a positive attitude here that you're starting maybe the second month with, which will bring more confidence, because the leap of faith, that the future, the step that you're taking off the cliff, is going to land you on here a beautiful throne, which Queen of Wands is someone unconventional. She doesn't care about what other people think, because that's why she has a black cat, because cats has high energy. She sees the future. She sees the past. She knows, she has valid data that the actions are going to, the results, how her actions are going to bring solid results. The sunflower on the background indicates how she sees the opportunities and takes them, doesn't hesitate, and also passionate, inspirational, and warm. So it seems like you're taking a step forward within the second month, with the trusting that the things are working out into the future, and the things are in the moment, it's going to work out. When it comes to the future of that, this is something, an area that you're going to be stepping in. You're very skillful at. You are actually, your talents and skills are going to be very useful. You're going to be building something, maybe even becoming the merchant that makes things out of scratch for others. And this can be a new business idea, or also growing your business, or growing your relationships with other people as well. Okay, if you're in the sales, this can be about, all these coins can be the people, the companies that you're selling, forming relationships, solid relationships with. So it seems like an adventure turned into confidence will turn into positive and material outcome. When it comes to third month timeline, let's see what we have. We have the Lovers. You're starting it with self-love, and also I feel like Lovers is not limited to that. It can be also health, making healthy choices, attracting healthy soulmates into your life and forming partnerships with them. Very good, optimistic. We have two suns already. Do we have the third sun here? No, we don't have, but the pentacle kind of looks like sun. Overall, you're starting this year with very positive outcomes, and you're going to start to see the results of them. We have here, in the moment when you walk into the month with the attitude of the things are working out, this is going to give you an offer. Maybe it's about, am I going to go with the same mindset and keep making the same mistakes, or Am I going to choose better this time and make a solid decision that will benefit me in the best way? The waters in the background are calm, so there's no stress on this decision. You don't have to stress it out. And it feels like here to me, instead of staying in uncertainty, choosing what's your highest good at that moment is going to really clear that doubt, Taurus, and put you in a very beautiful, powerful position. Hierophant is your energy. This is you becoming an authority. Another thing here is this is a limited, like an authority is inside of the rules and regulations. So this can be something that you desire as well. There's no surprises here. You will be an authority. Your duties are going to be clear. And this can be also a marriage. Maybe you're going through lovers, finding a soulmate, making a decision about that and going through and deciding on marriage. It can be also indicative of that. But if this is about business, money, and life decisions, life choices, that you're going to make the right choice for yourself. Okay, so this can also be you becoming a spiritual teacher, giving solid advice to the others and following the tradition. That's why the tradition can be marriage as well, maybe finding a soulmate and making the decision for it. But it seems like overall it is working out very well. Okay, now I want to see if this is because for some of you maybe watching, you're saying like, I'm married already, who cares? Or maybe I'm not thinking about getting married. What does that mean? This can be about making a decision, okay? Making a decision that you would love to have. I'm seeing already like the cards that are popping out. Ace of Pentacles on the bottom. Seems like here, okay, this is about initially walking away from the disappointments of the past. Maybe you had past experiences that were negative. This is about your wish fulfillment, your heart's desire, because the star we have here is actually your heart's desire coming, your true north manifesting in your life, and you are choosing the pathway of that true north. This is about also excitement. Something maybe you have been dreaming about since you were a child that you wanted to make it happen. We have justice with the karma. This is something that you will have your own power. Four of Wands is also the victory. And this has been something that you have been waiting for a very long time to happen. That's why I feel like this is something material. Maybe something that you had disappointments in the past that you walked away from this. But this is now, it's time, it's working out. And it's bringing justice. It's bringing the energy that you put out there. You're getting back that energy, basically. I didn't see any lovers or Two of Cups energy. The only thing we have Six of Cups here. But Six of Cups can indicate the dreams that you have about the past, okay? And this is something you put a lot of energy into. So you can differentiate it that way. Because Four of Wands is coming to the finish line with that thing that you put energy in. That's why I felt this is something that has materials in it. But it really depends. If you have been in a relationship that you spend a lot of time, it can be indicative of that too. Now this is going to be your oracle. This is called Akashic Tarot. However, this is not a classic tarot. That's why I'm going to actually get some help from this guidebook here to see what the meaning of the card. Let's see what you have. Four of Keys, clearing the way. Looking beautiful here. It seems like something might have been blocking your path so far. But you're finding the force. I feel like the force and the power to move this thing out of your way. Let's see what the meaning of this key kind of tells me here. It represents Pentacles, but Four of Pentacles is not about clearing the way. This card is a strong signal that it is now time to take a significant action to remove an obstruction in your way. Maybe in your personal life, in a relationship at work, or with a creative project, you must be clear-headed, so be sure to temper your action with calm and forethought. If you are too urgent and excitable, you may waste your energy or even cause damage. On the other hand, if you are overly gentle and cautious, you won't clear the way completely. Be determined and strong as you work to remove the obstacles that blocks your step. With time and your attention, the way to your dreams will be open. Basically, I feel here some of you have the blockages, but it is about pursuing it one step at a time in order to get rid of that blockage, okay? Pursuing the pathway to clear it. We have here parting ways. It's maybe the time to move on from this person or situation, which I felt that this is coming as a life advice to you. So the death card also symbolized that. I feel like something better is waiting for you in the future that you have been delaying, but the life is going to push you in the direction of going towards what's your highest good. Okay, let's see. We have here 2 affirmations. I create loving action which sets my soul free as I grow with gratitude. Second one is I am blessed, a living and loving expression of the eternal union. Some of you are maybe even finding a soulmate, guys. I'm not gonna just exclude that, because 4 wands can also symbolize a wedding, and this can be indicative of someone that you are actually like making your dreams come true. Okay. All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to leave some more links here, videos for you to enjoy, and I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.